Mr. Ezra, that's a very sad story.
A very sad one indeed. 3 children.
I read the story with a lot of mixed feelings and none of them positive. But before I talk about how I feel about the story, I want to what's your take on it?
Well, I think the marriage is already heading to the rock bottom, because for a marriage that produces 3 children and the 3 children, none of them belongs to the husband. I don't think there's any way the man will accept this woman back.
The husband in this case is still unaware of the situation. And she's saying that people are unsuspecting. The husband is also unsuspecting because the children resemble the dad and she resembles the father. So, looking at the kids, you will be like, oh, that's the grandfather. The wife has a dominant gene, right? Because in science, they have the dominant and the recessive gene. So the dominant gene is the one that the children usually takes after the dominant gene, both in characteristics, physical looks, and all that. So I think in this case, people will be alluding the whole look to the woman having the dominant gene in the union.
But right now, she's the one that wants to confess, right?
She's not saying she wants to confess. She's feeling bad about it. So I feel maybe she's talking about it. She wants the opinion of the people, and perhaps it will make her feel better, or maybe having said it, she might feel better about it. I don't know.
Well, to me, I think it depends on her moral background or as well religious background, because if she's really feeling guilty about it, it is either she do something to free herself from the guilt. And that involves a lot of things, because it means she has to let the husband know, because that's the only way she can get off the feeling of guilt. Otherwise, she will continue to live with that guilt. It is either she comes out plain and let the husband know that this is exactly what happened, or she has to live with it for the rest of her life. So it is a matter of, you do it this way or you do it the other way.
Well, personally, I'm looking at the issues of infidelity in marriage. In this case, an incestuous relationship, but I am looking at infidelity. This is coming from Ghana, but it's also prevalent in Nigeria. It is. I think recently there was a popular celebrity, an OAP, that also came up with revelations about his children not being his. And when the wife reacted to that story, she was not remorseful. She was not apologetic about that.
I watched the clip.
You know about that story, right? And that goes to show that, a lot of stories are coming up on social media about issues relating to discussions and real life stories about women who give birth to children and pin them on their husbands. The unsuspecting man bonds with the child, takes the child as his, invest emotionally, psychologically, financially, and otherwise, to take care of this child, believing that this child is his. And then over time, over the years, you now realize suddenly that the child, or even none of the children in this case, belongs to you. From the psychology of a man, what do you think it does to a man?
It breaks down a man. It breaks down because like you said, this man takes this child to be his.
Yes.
I put in a lot of work, bonds with this child, invest in this child, only to wake up one day and realize that this child does not belong to him. This kind of revelation will end up breaking the man down. In most cases, the trust for the wife, and even the love, the man might seize the love he has for the wife, and in some cases even to the child.